Hey everybody, in this video, we are going to be going through question number 30 from test 1 in our red books. So take a second, pause this video, read through question 30, it's a trig question, and then we'll walk through it together. Awesome. So I'm going to approach this like a word problem. It's a trig question. Trig tends to freak people out, but if you know just the general workings of trigonometry, you'll find that this question is actually not too hard. So the question says, what am I trying to find? I am trying to find what the value of cosine of alpha is. What do I know? I know that sine of alpha is 40 over 41, and I know that tangent of alpha is 40 over 9. And I need to take this information to find cosine of alpha. Now we're going to go through two different ways to solve this problem. Number one, the easiest way is to use your calculator, right? You can do this on your calculator, plug in one little line of stuff, and it'll spit out your answer in seconds. And this is what you would type into your calculator. We want to find the cosine of alpha, right? And alpha is the inverse sine of 40 over 41. Since sine of alpha is 40 over 41, in order to solve for alpha, we could do the inverse sine of 40 over 41, and that will give us alpha. So if alpha is equal to inverse sine of 40 over 41, then cosine of alpha is the same thing as the cosine of the inverse sine of 40 over 41. And if you plug this into your calculator, it's going to spit out a decimal, most likely. But if you look at your answer choices, they're all in fraction form. So what you'll need to do after you hit enter, you'll need to take that answer and turn it into a fraction. And when you do, you are going to get 9 over 41. Your answer is 9 over 41. So that is the easiest way to do this problem. Plug this into your calculator and it'll spit out your answer. But if you're like me and you're a nerd who loves math, I'm going to walk you through how to do this by hand also. So there are many ways that you could do this by hand. There's a whole bunch of different ways. You could use trig identities, you could use the Pythagorean theorem, you could use a whole bunch of different techniques. But here's how I'm going to do this. We already used our calculator, now we're going to use a different code cracker. We're going to draw a picture to solve this problem. So here's what my picture is going to look like. A simple right triangle where one of my angles is alpha. Now since sine of alpha is 40 over 41, and remember our SOHCAHTOA. Remember SOHCAHTOA, right? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So 40 over 41 is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 40, and hypotenuse is 41. Now if I also look at my tangent value, tangent of alpha is 40 over 9, and tangent, SOHCAHTOA, is opposite over adjacent. So 40 over 9 is opposite over adjacent, right? So opposite, again, is 40. And adjacent is going to be 9. So if I put 9 on my adjacent side, now here's what we have. Our problem, all of this is telling us that we have this right triangle. And our triangle has legs 9 and 40, and that's hypotenuse 41. Now if we want to find cosine of alpha, given that we're dealing with this triangle, remember cosine, SOHCAHTOA, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So the adjacent side to our angle alpha is 9. Adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 41. So once again, we find that our answer is 9 over 41. It doesn't matter which way you do it, you'll get the same answer. The bottom line is, it's just going to be a heck of a lot easier and faster to do it on your calculator. There you have it.